Okay, thank you very much for joining today's session. Today, our host is Abdulrahreem Bashir, a graduate of computer science from Kaduna State University. He was a teacher, and now he's a data analyst. So thank you, Abdulrahreem Bashir, for joining us. Today, he's going to be talking about how we can use digital skills to improve our teaching. So over to you, Abdulrahreem.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I want to believe that we can all hear me.
Yes.
Oh, okay, thank you very much. And thank you, Mrs. Fatima Ogunjimi Mwalima. Thank you very much for this great opportunity. And thanks to my mentor also. I'm a mentee actually for HP Maths 3.0, right? Am I correct? Yeah, so I'm a mentee and I was introduced to Ajia by my mentor. So I thank my mentor. She's not around here and I believe she'll be joining us soon. All right, so I want to welcome us all to this meeting today. So please permit me to share my screen, please. Okay, please let me share my screen. Okay, please give me a minute, sorry. Okay, to make sure I'm in a presentation mode. Okay, right. So please, can you see my screen, please?
Yes, we can.
Okay, good. So my name is Abdulrahreem Bashir, as you can see, and today I'll be taking us through using digital tools for effective teaching. All right. So so this is just a little biography of myself. Like Adja has already said, I'm a graduate of computer science, and I'm also a member of Nigeria Computer Society and a certified associate data analyst by DataCamp. So I was a teacher before, actually, ICT teacher here in Kaduna, before I transitioned to being a data analyst. So currently I work with NatView Foundation for Technology Innovation. So the last paragraph, like it was written there, I believe that I have a responsibility, not just a responsibility, but a personal responsibility to make a positive impact on the society with my skills, actually. So I actually want to do something, but we don't actually have the number that I would like to be able to do that. And that is to be able to create a pool to ask for the level of our students, the students we teach, okay? Do we teach kindergarten students? Do we teach primary? Do we teach secondary students, either junior or senior? So please, I want us to engage on the chat box. Okay, what level of students do we teach with, so that I'll know how to engage us. Please, I would like you to.
I think I type that in the chat.
Yeah,
type
please.
What level you teach.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Sunday, Junior Secondary School. Okay, thank you. High school, senior secondary school. That's nice. Okay. I'm only seeing 3 responses. The rest of us, I want to believe, okay, senior secondary school, cool. High school, okay. Okay. All right. That's senior, junior also. Okay. All right. Okay, that's
Sorry, Abdulrahreem, unmute yourself.
Okay. Okay, can you hear me now? Hello?
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay.
And
So,
yes, I can hear you.
all right, thank you. So I just need this information so as for me to know how to relate whatever I have in my content. All right. So like I said, I was a teacher, and that was when I joined 1 Million Teacher. So thank you, 1 Million Teacher, for this badge, actually. All right. So these are the things we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about, I'm going to do some little introduction. Then we'll talk about the benefits of digital tools, talk about types of digital tools, examples of digital tools, best practices for integrating digital tools, challenges, consideration, conclusion, and some recommendation. I can see that I have 21 participants here. So I want to actually do something very quickly. All right. So let me just share my entire screen. Sorry, let me stop sharing and share my entire screen if that is possible. Okay. All right. So I want us to just do something quickly. All right. And okay, let me just share this. Okay. So I want us to please listen to this video I'm about to play now, because we're going to engage in a little quiz now. All right. So I want us to listen very well. Or before I do that, please, how many of us are joining with our system? Please, I want you to use the chat box. How many of us are joining with system? How many of us are joining with phone? Please use the chat box. How many of us are joining with phone? And how many of us are joining with, okay, phone, all right? Okay, phone, okay, mobile. A lot of us are joining with our mobile, okay. So I don't know how effective this is going to be, but I would love us to, okay, computer, I would love us to take this. For those of us using phone, you will definitely be minimizing from Zoom to your phone because of the little thing I want us to engage in. All right, but before then, I want us to look at this video. So please listen attentively and follow this video. It's going to, show us what we are going to be doing. I don't know, maybe there's anyone that's heard of Kahoot before. If you've taken Kahoot before, please let me know in the chat box. Kahoot. Have you ever done Kahoot before? Anyone? Okay, yes, ma'am. Okay. Oh, good. Regularly. Okay, that's very nice. Okay. So let's just take this, let's take this Kahoot very quickly. So I think most of us know about Kahoot. So let me just play this short video for us to be able to, for those of us that don't
You hear the sound of Abdulrahreem?
Okay, you can't hear the sound?
No, we need to share sound.
Oh, okay, you can, okay. Can you hear the sound now? Can you hear the sound now? Hello?
No, we can't.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry for that. So let me just explain actually for the person that haven't done Kahoot before. So the thing is that you have your phone, and I'm going to send a link, which is this kahoot.it. So when you click on this kahoot.it, you're going to see something on your phone. It will ask you to enter this PIN. And when you enter the PIN, then you click on when you enter the PIN, you click on connect. After you connect, you enter, then you enter your nickname. After your nickname, you join the game. All right. So when you join the game, then you can be able to play the game. And while you are playing the game, for anybody that have yet to use Kahoot before, when you are asked a question, the question is going to display on my presentation. All right. But on your phone, you are going to have these boxes. Okay. So these boxes is what you are going to click. If a mark on someone's face is the answer, you click on this red. If getting older is the answer, you click on blue. If a second is the answer, you click on yellow. All right. So I don't want us to waste much time on this. Okay. So I'm going to actually start my Kahoot now. All right. So that we can be able to take this Kahoot. All right. So okay, let me just go to. All right. So I'm starting the count now. Please, can you see?
Yes.
Okay. So the code is loading now. So please please can you see the code? Please, can we all see the code?
Yes, we can see. You can see.
Okay, so please, I want you to go to, yes, I want you to go to your browser.
Yes, we can
and
see.
type, okay, type www.kahoot.it. So when you type this on your browser, then it's going to ask you for this pin. So I want you to click to enter this pin, join, and when you join, good, Uncle Dan has joined. So when you join, you can enter your nickname, right, and click on start game. Okay, I have only 2 people, so please, I'll wait for like 2 to 3 minutes more for us to join, please.
But you are just coming. What is that they say?
Please, I'm waiting for us to join this Kahoot, please.
Browser, where's browser?
Okay, I have 3 people. If I have up to 10 participants, I'm going to start the Kahoot because I have about 29 participants. Okay, I have 4. I have 5.
Browser.
Okay, I have 6. I have 7. Okay. Okay, I need 2 more people for me to start this Kahoot. I need 2 more people. Okay, remain 1 person. I need 1 person to start this Kahoot. All right, good. So the rest of us just follow, please. So I'm starting the Kahoot now. So you have about 3 seconds for each question, please. You have 3 seconds for each question.
Don't go back to where you come from. Don't even hang.
So they can.
Is working.
Let's count at what is the name of the cell of the million teachers?
Oh wow, okay. I have four people got it right. Okay. So let me see. Okay, Uncle Dan. Okay, so the next question, please. So please ready for the next question. For the next question.
Aside from being the CEOs of anything, what?
Tell from yourself, what ICT like the CEO of one
The
MT?
CEO is proficiency. Wait.
Wow, nobody got it right. Wow. Okay. So the next question, or let me see who is leading the chat now. Still Uncle Dan. So next question, I have just 5 questions.
I did log in. So after 10 people said the other people should not log in again. How many beds do we have in it's 10, I mean, not 10 now.
In the one MT black bed program.
It's 10.
Oh wow, Mrs. Fatima, we need to fish out this one person that did not know the amount of belts we have in one MT. Okay, so let me see who is leading. Still Uncle Dan. All right, the next question. What is the first belt color to attain in the 1MT black belt program?
What's first best?
It's yellow.
Some people will be pressing.
Wow, nice. Okay. Wow, who is this Uncle Dan? Okay. So the last question, what is the name of the 1MC director of Black Belts? Okay. Okay, thank you very much for this Scout session. All right. So let me go back to my presentation. All right. So please, I want to see your reaction about the Kahoot you just finished playing now. From the chat box, please. I want to see your reactions. How do you feel about the Kahoot? For those of us that could not join the Kahoot, I'm very sorry. And please get prepared. We are still going to have a Kahoot at the end of this presentation. All right. Yes, it's interesting. Okay, thank you, Boki. Okay, one of my all-time favorites, Uncle Dan. Okay, how does one use it? Don't worry, we'll get there. We'll get there. Probably not today, but I will definitely get there. All right. So thank you very much. So let me just go back to my presentation. Okay. Sorry, just give me a minute to reshare my screen. All right, so the next thing we'll be looking at is these are what we are going to be looking at: introduction, benefits of digital tools, types of digital tools, examples, best practice, challenges, consideration, conclusion, and recommendation. So for those of you that just joined us now, so we're going to be talking about using digital tools for effective teaching. All right. So and this is just a little about me. All right. So I was a teacher before being a data analyst. So the first thing we are going to be looking at is introduction. All right. So please, can you hear me? I need one person to let me know if you can hear me, please. One person.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
loud and clear.
So all right. So technology has transformed the way we live and work. I know all of us will believe that, okay, to the extent that there are some people that if they wake up for the first time, what they do is they look for their food on their bed. That is the first thing some people do, all right? So it shows that technology has transformed the way we live and the way we work. There are some people that daily, what they work with is technology. They don't see their technology. If they don't have light on their phone, they stop getting their earning, all right? So with this technology, education is no exception. So it has evolved with the advent of technology-based tools. There are a lot of tools that we can use in our classroom to be able to engage our learner, all right? So in the classroom, digital tools can enhance learning outcome and provide access to a wider range of resources and information. So what we are trying to say here is that with these tools, okay, irrespective of which tool you are using, you can be able to use this tool as an educator to enhance teaching methodologies. You can change the way you teach, and it can improve student outcomes because we are in the age of technology whereby a lot of students, they enjoy holding technology. They enjoy technology being around them. So we can leverage on that to be able to do what? To be able to use this technology to our own advantage. All right, so looking at the benefits of digital tools now, Okay, digital tools, we can use it to facilitate collaboration and communication among students and teachers. Okay, so we can use these technologies to change the way we communicate, to change the way we communicate, change the way students communicate between themselves, to even change the way our students communicate with us. It can enable personalized learning experiences for students, all right? So there are some students that they have better experience in one class than the other. Probably maybe because the way this teacher come to the class and use a lot of tools for them. A lot of teachers that they go to the class without using any tools. Okay, so the tools you use in your class can give a learning experience to your students. The kind of tools you use. You can see when we use Kahoot just now before starting, some people say interesting. Somebody's even asking, how do I use it? Because the person enjoy using it, all right? So it can also provide access to a wealth of educational resources and materials. There are a lot of resources online now that if we can be able to, introduce the technologies that our students can use to be able to get materials about our topics, about our subjects to them, okay? They can be able to get wealth of educational resources. There's one of my lecturer in the university, he normally said that if you go to the internet, everything you need is in the internet for you. Even if you go to the internet and say, how do I use the toilet? Something as stupid as that, you can get that on the internet, okay? And like I said in my previous presentation with my colleague in the mentorship class, all right, I told them that what I normally tell my students when I come to something like this is that even if you go to the internet and ask that, how do you steal meat from the pot? Definitely get an answer. My students were like, no, I have to project it to them and let them research the Google together, and we are able to see that. All right. So something as stupid as that, something as not interesting as that, something as not educated as that. All right. You can get it on the internet. Not to talk of educational resources and materials. It can improve student engagement and motivation. All right. Like I said, there are a lot of students that they love using phone. They love using system. They love using anything that has to do with technology. All right, so that can motivate them if you can incorporate digital tech tools into your class. That can give them a lot of motivation to want to come to your class, to want to be anticipating your subjects, to be anticipating the time you are going to enter their class, to be anticipating whatever tools you are going to be introducing to them. It can also enhance students' understanding and retention of information. There are a lot of students that what they play with, you see some students, they dream with the kind of play they do, they have during the day, all right? So when students use this technology, it can give them understanding and also give them a retention to information, all right? So let's look at types of digital tools. We have learning management system, which is LMS. Okay, so I wanted to actually show you a demo, but I won't be able to show that because the site I was trying to, use, I can't be able to use it. All right, so I will have show you a demo about learning management system. So we have learning management system. We can also call it virtual learning environment. So such as Google Classroom, such as Khan Academy, all these, we can use it in our classroom to be able to manage the classroom, to grade assignments. We can be able to give assignments to students. We can be able to grade our students. We can be able to communicate with our students online, actually. So we can use this virtual learning environment to post assignment, like I said. We can use it to post resources, maybe in PDF form, maybe in Word document form, maybe in PowerPoint form, all right? We can be able to grade them so as for them to be able to see their grade, so as for you to be able to give even feedback back to your student. The second one is educational apps and games, all right? So these educational apps and games, we can use it, we can call them multimedia presentation, such like PowerPoint, such like what I'm using now. You can see I'm presenting something to you, different from what I'm saying. You can also see it, you can also read it, you can also digest it, all right? So these are tools that we can use to engage our students, that we can use to give an effect presentation to our students. Google Slides, can use that too. This can help us to organize and deliver information in an engaging way. You can see now with this presentation, I was able to share I was able to even play a video for you So if you are using PowerPoint, let's say the only thing you use in your class is PowerPoint, you mustn't use a tool that is very complicated. Just PowerPoint, you can be able to use it to send message to your students. You can be able to play game with your students. You can be able to play videos with your students for you to have an engaging class. Okay, you can also use visuals and videos to supplement your lecture materials and make them more interactive to your students. The third one is video conferencing tools. What we are actually using now, Zoom we are using now, is a video conferencing tools. All right, so you can use it for your students to be able to, communicate with them. That was why I was asking that, what level of student are you teaching? Most of us that are taking junior secondary school students, some of us that are taking senior secondary school students, we can be able to use these video conferencing tools. But most of us that are taking primary or kindergarten students, we might not be able to use it. And we can also use it by the help of their parents, all right? So this is actually another types of digital tools. Another one is interactive whiteboards, all right? So this one, we can be able to use this to engage with our lesson in real time. You can draw something on the board, you can clean it, you can use it to communicate to your students, okay? We can annotate on the board, we can use multimedia, we can even save notes for future reference in this interactive whiteboard. Another point, another tool, all right, that we can use is social media platforms, all right? So Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, all these social media platforms, we can actually use it. In the school I was teaching before, we use WhatsApp, okay? All the students, those that don't have phone, their parents join WhatsApp. We send materials, okay? It makes work easier for the teacher, okay? All our notes, what we do is we create PowerPoints. If you can't create PowerPoint, you create a Microsoft Word. You send it via WhatsApp to the students. You tell them to copy the notes. When they come to the class, you check their notes. You mark the notes. You check for errors, right? It will give you more time to be able to do a lot of explanation. Even if you want to use digital tools, it will give you more time to maybe display video. It will give you more time to even play like this Kahoots that we just finished playing now. You set questions based on what they copied to be able to know their understanding, so that you can be able to know how you can be able to deliver your message. So Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, all these applications, all these social media, we can be able to use them to connect with our colleagues, to connect with our students, to share resources with ourselves, even with our colleagues. Our educator colleagues, we can use this social media to share resources. We can even use it to promote our teaching practice. We can create a professional social media presence to showcase our teaching practice and engage with even other educators, like I just finished saying now. All right, the next thing is online professional development, okay? So that is not here, but online professional development. With this, we can take courses as educators. We can go to webinars, okay, to provide opportunities for ourselves to develop.
That's what 1 Million Teachers is all about.
Exactly. Yes, online professional development. Thank you very much, ma. Okay, online development, professional development. All right. So with these digital tools, let's say, for example, some of you don't have the little knowledge it takes to connect to Zoom. You won't be here. Some of you don't have the little knowledge to be able to get resources online. You can't be able to even get even a single belt on 1MT, not talk of being a black belter and being one of the top achievers, all right? So we can take advantage of these online professional development opportunities to enhance our teaching practice, all right? So sorry, that's the reason why the slide is there. So I might not be able to explain as deeply as I want to explain because of the time frame, right? So some of these examples of digital tools that we have Google Classroom, we have Kahoots that we just finished playing now. We have Zoom, which is an example of video conferencing tool. We have Smartboard, which is an example of interactive whiteboard. We have Twitter, which is an example of social media platform. We have Quizlet, which is an example of online assessments and quizzes. Then we have the Khan Academy. So this Khan Academy is like an example of an LMS, that is a learning management system, okay? So at the end of this, I'm going to walk us through just the platform of this Khan Academy. It's free for teacher, it's free for students, it's free for parents. The Khan Academy is free and it's full of resources. It's actually full of resources that you can learn online. So we need to start using these digital tools in our reach, okay, to be able to to advance ourselves, to be able to engage our students, and to be able to engage our other educators. There are a lot of tools online that you can be able to learn for yourself. There are a lot of tools online that you can be able to even create content in a very fast way. I'm going to show us one of these. Okay, so I'm going to show us Khan Academy, and I'm going to show us one way that we can be able to create our content for ourselves. All right, so looking at our best practice, okay? So if we are using digital tools for our students, all right, we need to look at the best practice, okay? So we can't just say, okay, because we want to integrate digital tools, we can just use any tools. Depending on the class you are taking. For these Kahoots now, somebody that is taking primary school or secondary school, somebody that is taking kindergarten cannot use Kahoot in his class. You can only use Kahoot with your junior secondary school. You can use Kahoot with your senior secondary school. You can use Kahoot with primary school students, some of them that are very good with their phone, all right?
Yeah, I was just going to say, they do use it in primary school.
In primary school, yes, exactly. So, but they will need a lot of guide, the way you use it in secondary school, junior and senior secondary school, where you just need a little, instruction to the students for them to be able to catch up. For the primary school, you have to give them
You'll be surprised how tech savvy these young people are.
Yes,
before they talk, they can use a mobile phone.
Exactly.
You'll be surprised.
Exactly,
primary school that
exactly,
they can get it quickly and use it.
Exactly, ma. I have one with me actually, but these are the children. We are not equal actually. So I have one in my room. He's just 3 years old. He uses his mom phone. The only thing he needs is for you to just open the phone for him and just open YouTube for him. He can be able to navigate himself.
Exactly.
He navigates.
Children these days are so smart. Yes.
Yes, and that's the reason why we, the educators, we have to shift.
Exactly.
We have to shift to this digital era because most of them
Generation Z.
Exactly.
Like
if you collect the phone from them, they'll be crying because they want to be around the phone. So why not us, the educators, the teachers, to be able to leverage on this? Since they like this technology, let's go technological also, so that we can be able to let them have a very interactive class and a very good experience for them to be expecting us to come to their class. All right. So the best practice, number one, is to establish a clear learning objective. Okay. In another way, you can say set clear expectation. Okay. So we have to, as an educator that want to integrate digital tools, you have to set a clear expectation. Okay. You must set clear expectation for technology use in the classroom. So you must communicate guidelines for appropriate technology use, so as for them not to misuse it. Okay, there's what we call misuse, there's what we call abuse. All right, so students can misuse technology, even educators, even in the world now, we misuse technology. Some people, they abuse technology. All right, there are two different things. All right, so when it is appropriate to use digital tools and what types of digital technologies are allowed, we need, as educators that wants to integrate digital tools, we need to set these clear expectations with our students. All right, number two is to provide training and support for students and teachers. Okay, this is very, very important. Providing training and support. So we need to provide this training and support for students and teachers. All right, so here we are just trying to let us know how we can integrate these digital tools in our class. So I don't know if it is possible if 1MT can make it possible. Maybe we can have some webinars whereby we take these tools one after the other. How do you use this? PowerPoint, how do you use PowerPoint? Kahoot, how do you use it to the very way you can be able to engage your students very well? A lot of this Khan Academy, how do you use it as an educator? How do you use it as students? How do you use it as parents? All right. So we need to provide this training support for students and teachers, all right, to ensure that they are comfortable using this digital technology, okay, such as instructional videos, such as manuals, such as one-on-one support to help students navigate these digital tools. Number three is to use technology to enhance learning, all right? This is one of the best practice. Okay, we need to use technology to enhance learning rather than simply replacing traditional teaching method. What we are saying here is not for you to replace the traditional teaching method, but for you to use this technology to enhance learning, improve the way you engage, improve the experience your students have. in your class to take advantage of these digital technologies, such as using these educational apps, virtual field trips, and interactive simulations. All right. So the third step is to foster collaboration. All right. So these are the best practice. We need to evaluate to foster. We need to ensure accessibility and inclusivity for all students. All right. So we need to provide the opportunity for collaboration among students. There are some students that they are good more than the other. In your class, you need to know that, okay, this one is good in this one is not good. Pair them together so as for them to learn. There are some that one student might want to ask, might be shy, ask the teacher so that class will learn. Here in this, this is where you can be able to foster collaboration within your students. Okay, so teacher must encourage collaboration and provide opportunity for students to work together using this digital technology. So the last one is to evaluate and reflect. All right. So as a teacher, we need to evaluate the effectiveness of the digital tools and make adjustments as needed. All right. You don't say, okay, I'm using the digital tools. You yourself, you have to evaluate yourself. When you evaluate, you have to reflect and see, okay, the digital tools I use today, how many students were able to catch up this? All right. If less students were able to catch up, you have to reflect. Okay. You have to evaluate the effectiveness of these digital technologies in the classroom and reflect on their on the teaching practice. Okay. We must continuously assess how these digital technologies are impacting our students. If you are using that one, you are so if you see that, you have to adjust, okay, your teaching strategy accordingly. Right. So the next thing we are going to be looking at is the challenges of digital technologies in education. All right. So we said, okay, we want all the educators to be able to use digital tools. So we can't shy away from the challenges. There are a lot of challenges from the educators and even from the students. So we need to look at these challenges of digital technologies in education generally, not even in the classroom. All right. So number one is access and equity. Okay, access and equity. So access of digital technologies can be unequal, and students from disadvantaged background may not have access to technology they need to succeed. All right, like what our host just said now, there are a lot of young students, all right, young children, and some of them are even in kindergarten. They can use their phone more than people that are. We need to look at access and equity. We need to look at it in our class. We need to know this reality that this digital technology can be unequal. It's not equal in all classes. All right. So we need to pay attention, okay, to these students that have a disadvantaged background. Okay, and these are the challenges that we face in using digital technologies in education. So teachers must ensure that all students have access to digital technology and provide support to those who may struggle with digital literacy. In my introduction, I am an ICT teacher, all right, for years. Okay, and I use this a lot, whereby I just give classwork in the class. Okay, because for me as an ICT teacher in the school I teach, I don't have class. The lab is my office. So even if I have JS1, I teach in secondary school from JSS1 to SS3. So if I have any student from JS1 to SS3, they come to my class. They come to my lab rather. They come to my lab to be able to take their class. So I have access to projector. Okay, so it makes the work easier for me. I project whatever I want to project. All the content that I have already sent to them, they've copied. I'll project it as I'm explaining. As I'm explaining like this, you are seeing my screen. That is how they will be seeing my screen, and I'll be explaining to them. With that, they can be able to reflect. All right. So now, when I now give them assignments, classwork rather, exercise in the class for them to do, because each and every student have access to system. Okay. So I have to go around to look for the students that are not good at all. You'll be very surprised that you have SS3 students that don't know how to handle mouse. I normally say this anywhere I'm presenting like this. Okay, so watch me very well. Wherever you go, one of the hardest things to handle in the use of computer is the mouse. Okay, you'll be surprised. Some students don't know how to navigate the mouse. Some students don't know how to even use the keyboard and stuff like that. Okay, I can see that the time is running, so let me just make it very snappy. So access and equity, we need to look at this. This is one of the challenges that we face in education in using digital technologies. So privacy and security. Okay, so teacher must ensure that student personal information is protected and that they use secure platform for online communication and collaboration. The reason why some people don't use technology is because they think their privacy is not secure. They think whenever they log into a website, you know, all their information is there. Yes, there are some. If you are not conscious of the kind of websites you follow, there are some websites that they will say, okay, log in, do this, you have 10,000 naira in 1 second. Where will you get 10,000 naira within 1 second? All right. So we need to, this is actually a topic of its own. This is a specialization. We call it cyber security. How do you use the internet? What kind of website can you go? What kind of website can you introduce to your students? Okay, privacy and security is very, very important. Technological issues, okay, such as network outage, equipment malfunctions, and software glitches can disrupt the learning process. Right? So some schools, they don't have the capacity for teachers to be able to use technology in their schools. These are one of the challenges teachers are facing. Right? So teachers must have backup plans in case of technological issue and be prepared to troubleshoot problem quickly and effectively. Another one is pedagogical issue. I know we've been hearing pedagogy for a very long time. So digital technologies require teachers to rethink their teaching strategies and adapt to new learning environments. You just have to adapt, okay? So we must have the skills and knowledge necessary to design effective digital learning experiences and support students who may struggle with digital learning. And that is the reason why I said we must provide training and support for both teachers and students. Okay, so the next one is digital divide. Okay, so this digital divide is, I think, this access and equity can explain some of this digital divide, because the digital divide refers to the gap between those who have access to digital technologies and those who do not have access. Okay, so teachers must be aware of the digital divide and work to bridge this gap by providing access to digital technologies and supporting students who may struggle with this digital literacy. All right. So some consideration. Okay. So while incorporating digital tools in the classroom can provide many benefits, there are a lot of consideration to keep in mind. So we can ensure that all students have equal access to digital and resources. We can provide digital skills training for both students and educators. We can ensure that digital tools are integrated effectively into the curriculum and align with learning objectives. Let me just give this example. Like I said in my last presentation with my colleagues, okay, in my school, the last SS3 student I took in my school before I left that school, okay, I have to change their curriculum. Okay, the SS3 students, I look at all the curriculum, I see that they've covered all the theories. So what I did is, it's not in the curriculum, and it has never happened in the history of the school. I took SS3 students, both first and second term, practical purely. I was the first teacher to ensure that the students did, SS3 students, they did practical as their test, they did practical as their exam. It has never happened in the history of that school. All right. So what I'm trying to say is that I try to ensure that digital tools is integrated effectively into the curriculum and align with the learning objectives. Because when they are doing their YF, they do practical, they do theory. So why will you just be giving them theory and not practical? Okay, this affects some students. There are some students that they write JAM. It's not that maybe they don't know what they are writing. They actually know what to write. But the problem is that it takes them about 1 hour to be able to navigate even one page of one question of 400 questions. You see some students scoring 12, some scoring 10, some scoring 7 in JAM. I've seen it. It's happening. Some of them is not maybe they don't know what they want to write. Some of them is not maybe they don't know what to write. Some of them are very, very good, but they are not good with these digital tools. Okay, and that is where the world is going now. All right. So conclusion in a nutshell. So with what I just said, we can see that digital technology plays a crucial role, okay, in teaching and learning. Okay, so digital skills can help to create an engaging and effective teaching practice by incorporating digital skills in teaching and teaching practice. Okay, so digital technologies offer numerous benefits in the classroom. Okay, so they require careful planning and implementation. So by setting clear expectation, providing the right support, okay, using technology to enhance learning, okay, evaluating and reflecting on teaching practice, okay, in the classroom, we can enhance the learning and experience of all students. So some recommendations are just here for us to be able to reflect on. Okay, the first one is we have to develop a technology plan. Okay, so teachers should work with their colleagues and school administrators to develop a technology plan that outlines goals for technology use in the classroom. We have to prioritize accessibility. So digital technology should be accessible to all students, including those with disabilities or who speak languages other than English. We have to support our digital citizenship. Okay, so this means that teachers should teach digital citizenship skills to students to promote responsible and ethical technology use. We have to encourage innovation. All right, so teachers should provide opportunities for students to explore and experiment with new technologies to promote creativity and critical thinking skills. Okay, we have to foster professional development, actually. Okay, so that focus on digital technology use in the classroom. So teachers should attend workshops, attend conferences, attend online courses to develop their own digital literacy skills. Thanks for one MT that has come to our aid. Okay, with this, we can learn new teaching strategies for using digital technologies. All right, so I think this is all I have, and thank you all for listening because of the time. So if you have any question, I would like to have it. Actually, I don't know if the host can allow me to take the last Kahoot, which is like a post presentation. So if it is allowed, I want to hear from the host. If it's not allowed, then I think we can move to question and answer. And please, I've not been checking the charts, so I want to see if what you feel about this presentation and if we should do this more often. Thank you very much. So if you want to reach out to me, so this is my contact, my mobile, my email address, LinkedIn and Twitter. You can search me as Certified Bashir. You can always connect with me on LinkedIn and Twitter. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much, Abdulrahreem Bashir. Thank you for all the information that you've given us today regarding digital technology. It was a very informative session. We all really enjoyed it. Thank you. So now we're going to open the floor for questions. So if you have a question, you can type it in the chat, or you can raise your hand and we'll call you. So either raise your hand, and when you're called, you can unmute. If you're not asking a question, please mute. Oh, okay. Somebody is asking, you promised a Kahoot at the end. So
exactly.
They want the Kahoot.
Exactly,
Okay.
Exactly. So
okay,
if
we can still do that.
Okay,
but
after
I
the
think
question.
some people might have other questions. And
No
this
problem.
Kahoot, you have to involve everybody,
No
not
problem.
just 10 people, because now we have up to 50. So
Yeah, it's because of the timing.
That was at the beginning.
Yes.
So
yes.
Okay, let's see if anybody has any questions to ask.
Okay. Somebody is raising his hand, I think.
Okay, whose hand is that? I can't see it. Who raised it? Okay, unmute and speak. I can't see the hand.
Okay, I think the person dropped his or her hand. I saw a hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the things that
Oladapo Kayode David raised.
Okay, Oladapo. Oladapo Kayode David, go ahead.
Yeah. Good evening, ma.
Good evening, Oladapo.
Yes, ma. I really want to commend our facilitator for today and the 1 million teachers for bringing him on board today. I just want to ask for this. It's not a question, but I just want to make a request. Before I joined 1 million teachers, I don't know how to use any digital platform apart from WhatsApp to facilitate my teaching. But through 1 million teachers, I'll be able to do a few things. And back then, it was as if that it's a mountain for me to climb. But to use Zoom, to use Google Meet, it's no problem again for me. So I want to plead that if, just like he offered to be coming once in a while, that if he can be coming to take us one digital tool per time, I don't really mind us having it so that we can actually be compliant with the 21st century way of teaching to enhance our teaching. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Okay, no problem with that. I think we can arrange that. Although, like he said, there is this issue of equity. Some people are well skilled. I think one of the things for me that I witnessed in 2020 with COVID forced a lot of people to become digitally aware. When pupils were not able to go to school, they learned how to use Zoom. They learned how to use Google Classroom, how to use WhatsApp for teaching. So COVID enabled us to remove a classroom from 4 walls. We're having a class now. We're all on Zoom. So it's something that we have been forced into. And yes, some schools, some private schools, primary schools, they're using interactive whiteboards, they're using Google Classroom, they're rewarding their children with class dojos and so many things. But we all have to become tech savvy, and no problem. We will bring Abdulrahreem back in the future to share some of his digital skills with us. Also, those of you that are on HP Math 3 or on the HP Math program, we have there is a session on digital literacy, digital technology, where you get to learn how to use Google Slides, Google Classroom, and so on, all the Google tools. So yes, Kayode, we can bring him back. No problem with that. Dokus Magoba, you can unmute and ask your question. Dokus.
Thank you so much. This was a very, very useful session. And I just wanted to say that besides learning and besides having more sessions, this also takes a lot of personal initiative. Like, you realize these are some of the things that you will find on Google, on YouTube, and other learning platforms. So the more we embrace technology as teachers, the more we'll be able to look out for digital tools that can help us in classrooms to be able to give more to our learners, but to also stay relevant to the current trends. So personal initiative is going to be key as we learn more and as we get to impact more lives. Thank you so much, Fatima. Thank you for the presentation.
Thank you, Dokus. Thank you very much for mentioning that, taking the initiative. These are things you can actually teach yourself. That's the point I was trying to drive home, that during COVID, a lot of people who didn't use Zoom before, they were forced to learn how to use Zoom. Some people never even had WhatsApp on their phone. They were forced to get an Android phone and use WhatsApp. So there's always a YouTube video that can show you how to do these things. So yes, I welcome the idea of him coming back and giving us a session. But what Dokus just said now is very true. Taking the initiative, you can actually teach yourself how to use a lot of these tools. By trial and error, you'll get the hang of it. I do that sometimes. When I find out something new, I teach myself how to use it. So we can also take the initiative. Sometimes we don't need somebody to teach us. Thank you, Dokus. Okay, so anybody else wants to say something, add something?
There are questions in the chat.
Oh, there are questions in the chat.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, let's go to the chat. Let's go. My question is by Modupe Olani. At what age can a child be exposed to ICT, especially coding?
Okay, so should I go on?
Yes, please.
Oh, okay. The world we are in now, I would have said, even if it is possible to expose a child to ICT from when he or she is inside the womb, it will have been better. All right, like what I just said now, I have a 3-year-old boy in my house, is my nephew, that can be able to navigate phone by himself. And what he wants is for you to just open YouTube for him. He can sleep there with the phone for hours. He will just be going up one after the other. A, B, C, D, 1, 2, all those on YouTube. All right, like what you just finished saying now. Ourselves, we can learn these things. We can learn these things ourselves. There are a lot of resources online for us. You know, you just have to make Google your friend. Whatever, like I said, whatever you ask on Google, you have answered. All right. So for this question, at whatever age, we have a hub here in Kaduna. We call it Collab. So we have classes for kids and we have classes for adults. We have kids of 4 or 5 years teaching them coding, starting from scratch. Okay. So when it gets to a stage, we introduce them to HTML and CSS web development. That is how they start catching up. And you'll be very, very surprised with these kids, how they are catching up easily, you know, because they have support from their parents, okay? So if you really want your students, your child or your ward to be exposed to ICT, you can expose them as early as possible, So like I just said, you just have to filter the kind of things they see online, the kind of resources they see online. Children, whatever they are used to, that's what they get used to. So if they are used to bad thing, they keep looking for that bad thing. So you just have to, you can expose them to ICT as early as possible. So I think that's answer your
question. Okay, I want to throw in some caution there as well. Like you said, children need to be monitored. You need to monitor the content they are viewing. Also, I think you need to monitor their screen time.
Yeah.
Because too much on the computer. Yes. And then do not let technology replace you having a good relationship with your child. Because I see a lot of people, they'll just give the phone to the child.
Yes.
They'll give their phone to their 2-year-old and they carry on with what they're doing. You still need to talk to them. You still need to make conversation with them. You still need to socialize with them. It can never replace quality time spent with them. But yes, it can be introduced to them early, but please monitor what they're watching.
Exactly.
And
Fatima, I have something to add. Is it okay?
I wanted to add something.
I think she's having issue with our system, with our network rather.
Fatima, you're breaking. Fatima, you're breaking.
I think she's having issue with our network. All right. So
before I wanted to supplement.
Okay.
I wanted to say that also part of what teachers need to do is really network with other professions. Because you find most times teachers are stuck to their teaching profession and they don't look out for opportunities to network with people who have new technology, new ideas, and they stay enclosed within their sphere, within their profession. If I'm a chemistry teacher, I am with my chemistry friends. But yet you find just networking with an ICT teacher, another person in another school, it will help you get exposed to new things. Like being on this call, it helps you understand that there are digital tools that people can actually utilize in a classroom setting. But without being in this space, you will actually not know about them. So being intentional about seeking out networks that can expose us to new technologies, to new ideas, to new opportunities. Yeah.
Yes. All right, thank you very much. So before she joined back, I think we should just quickly take our Kahoots, right? If you are interested in the Kahoots, please let me see your expression on the chat box. Should we go on for the Kahoots before she joins back? No one is interested in the Kahoots? Okay.
I am. Let's
Okay.
play Kahoot.
Okay. All right. So for those of us that yes, but we read the questions. Yes, for those of us that were not there when we did the first one, okay, let me just walk you through how you can navigate yourself and be able to participate in the Kahoots. Okay, so just give me a second. I have a video here. I'll just explain the video. All right. Okay. So so now the thing is, you open your browser. You have to be ready. For those of you that are using phone, you have to be ready to be minimizing your Zoom and going back to your browser, minimizing your browser and going back to your Zoom. Right. So for your browser, just type kahoot.it. Okay, when you type kahoot.it, you're going to see something like this on my right here. That is this phone. This is what it's going to show. So the pin that you're going to be seeing on my screen, you type it on your phone, then you click on enter. All right. So when you click on enter, all right, it's going to connect and it's going to ask you to write your nickname. So write your nickname and click on join the game. So when you join the game, each question is going to display like this. You are going to be seeing the. You are going to be seeing the. I
can't see your screen, please. You are not sharing it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're going to church already. Sure, we're waiting this part.
Please, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So so like I said, you're going to enter the pin here. After the pin, you enter your nickname, right? So after your nickname, so when you see each question, like this question now, what is a wrinkle in time? So if the answer is a mark on someone's face on your phone, this is what is going to display on your phone. These shapes, red, blue, yellow, and green. That's what is going to show on your screen. All right. So you check for the question on my screen. When you see the question, you can just navigate to your phone and click on the right answer and right shape that translates the answer. Okay. After that, you come back to my presentation and look at the next question. Go back to your phone and click on it. So I hope we are all on the same page now, right?
Yes.
Not yet.
Okay. So any question about the way to navigate on Kahoots? Any question? Please, the reason why I'm using this Kahoot is that you can see that one of my example of the tools we can use in our school, in our classroom to engage our students is using this Kahoot. Okay, what I did is I create this question myself, all right? I take the right answer and I give it time, all right? So the last one we did, I give it 20 seconds because of most of us that will be navigating from our phone back to my presentation. I can decide to give it 5 seconds. I can decide to give it 10 seconds. All right. I can decide to give it 1 hour depending on the question. Right. So now I'm going to be I'll stop sharing so that I can share my main screen and be able to okay. So let me share my okay. All right. So so can you see my screen, please?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good. Okay, good.
Yes.
So okay. So now I'll just okay, I'm coming, sorry. Okay. Ouch. This thing is obstructing. Okay, so I'm starting the Kahoot now. I'm starting the Kahoot now. So yes, it's generating the pin already. It will generate the pin now. So just wait for it. So it's generating the pin. So please, can you see my screen?
Is the pin for everybody?
Yes, for everybody, yes. So
Yes, you can.
So go to your browser and click on www.kahoot.it. Okay.
Okay.
So when you click on that, it will ask you to enter the PIN. So then enter the PIN.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, please let's join quickly. I have 43 people on call, but it's only 10 people that just joined. So we are waiting for the rest. 11. So let me just give you an expo now. You better reflect on my presentation, because like the title of this Kahoot is post presentation. So start reflecting on my presentation. So here I want to see the person that has been following my presentation. And I will definitely have a reward for the person that comes first. Yes. Anyone that comes first, you have a recharge card of 500 Naira, any network.
Okay.
Yeah. And if I'm impressed with the mark, you have a recharge card of 1,000 Naira, any network.
That is segregative. What about us who are not in Nigeria?
My host will take care of that. So I want to believe that you'll be the first, you'll be the best, will I say the best students? No. So don't forget, 500 Naira recharge card is on stake. It can probably be 1,000 Naira.
Please, what's the question?
Don't worry. I'm waiting for others to join. So I'll just give 2 more minutes. So after the 2 more minutes, we'll continue. 1 more minute to go. I have 20 participants before I can see 18 now.
What should we do, please?
I will start the game now. Don't worry. I'll walk you through every process of it.
How do we log into the game?
To the game? Oh, you have to type this. Go to your browser, type www.kahoot.it. It will ask you for PIN. Enter this PIN. It will ask you to enter your nickname. Enter the nickname. If you have a Samsung, if you are tech savvy, you can just use this barcode. If you scan this barcode, you get in. You don't need to go through all this process.
I'm not getting into join the game. Okay.
So because of this person that just asked a question, please let's mute our mic, please, so as for me to be able to walk us through every process. I'm giving 2 more minutes. After these 2 minutes, I'm not adding any more minutes. Please, my host, bear with me for taking too much time. 1 minute to go.
Okay, it's part of their learning.
Okay. Okay, so I'm starting it now. So post-presentation quiz. So all the question is going to be on my presentation. So question number 1, what is the name of the presenter? Wow, 5 people failed. Okay. Okay. So sorry for those of you that could not join. I did not know that the limited people I can host is just 20 participants. So I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry for that. Okay.
That's how we missed that money.
Eunice Abimbola, I want to believe that this is one of my colleague with my mentor. I want to believe that. Yeah. So next question. The following are types of digital tools except wow, just 3 people got it right. Interactive whiteboard is a type of digital tools. Social media example is a type. Educational app games is a type, while Google Classroom is an example. Okay, Google Classroom is an example of a digital tool. Okay, so let's see. Oh, Sunday Akinrele. Okay, so next question. Question number 3. The following are challenges of digital technologies in education, except challenges. You can see a small boy having challenge to climb the stairs. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Evaluation and reflection is a challenge of digital tools. Okay, while access and equity, privacy and security, technological issues, they are all consideration. Okay, all right. So let me see. Okay, that's one day I can relate. Is like you are following me bumper to bumper throughout the presentation. Question number 4 is just true and false. Question. Online professional development is not one of the types of digital tools. Okay, so online professional development is, you can see from my question, I bold than not. Okay, I just want to, we are all educators, we are all teachers. That's how we confuse our students. So let's feel it too now, right? So it's not, it is actually, okay, it is. So this statement is false, is not true. Okay, so let me see. Oh, Eunice Abimbola, Mr. Sunday Akinrele, if a lady should win my 500 naira, all the guys here, you are going to do press up. 500 press up. All right, the last question. This is interesting, right? Okay, so let me see the fastest finger. Who is the third person? Simo. Okay. Sunday Akinrele, I believe Miss Eunice is the first. Okay. All right. This comes to the end of my entire presentation. Okay, I will stop sharing now. So Mrs. Eunice, oh sorry, I'm coming. Let me just stop this. me stop this.
Wow, thank you so much, Abdulrahim.
Yes.
We
Yes, ma'am.
really,
So-
really enjoyed your session, interactive, informative. Wow, thank you so much. I'm sure everybody has gone away with something today about digital tools and digital technology. Like we said, we hope we can invite you again in the future. Thank you so much. Have a nice evening.
Bye.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Miss Eunice, please reach out to me. Reach out
Bye-bye.
to me with my phone number so that I can send your